everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're Dos Cavazos, and today we are watching the 17th episode of Steins Gate.
So last episode, a lot happened. So yeah, Amane went back into the past, passed away. Well, twice it seemed like it happened. The first time it was a mistake, then like they did the thing and they sent the message, whatever. And then it worked out. She ended up dying anyway, so it seems like her death was gonna happen no matter what at that time.
Now the question is, did her new death stop Mayuri's death? That's the big question.
That's a big thing. Another thing is we found out Daru is Amane's father.
Is the father.
He is the father.
Is Ferris the mother though?
Yeah, we're like, okay, Ferris could be the mother. Amane did say like her mom picked the name, so it's like who, well, like the reason we say Ferris is because I don't know.
What other girl?
They hinted at like a date, and I doubt he would like be with like Maki-sei or anybody like that. So it just it's like
that's
what
Okabe.
other girl? Yeah.
And then Mayuri, I just feel like is more of like a sister relationship, and fuck Moeka. So before we get into today's video, we want to let you know that you could watch the next 3 edited YouTube reactions for Steins Gate right now over on our Patreon. If you subscribe to our lowest tier, you'll be 1 episode ahead. If you subscribe to our middle tier, you'll be 2 episodes ahead, and if you subscribe to our largest tier, you'll be 3 episodes ahead. In addition to that, we are completely done with this series right now on our Patreon. It is available at our middle tier in the watch-along format where you sync a copy of your footage up to our reactions. And if you want to check that out as well as all the other shows that we're doing over there, go ahead and check out the link down in the description below.
Up to that point, the 13th had always been D-Day.
Why is she like creepy there?
Just please let this be the one where...
Oh no!
Oh no, no!
So not fair.
No!
Taking extra special care of you and everything.
It happened anyway!
Well, so much for that theory.
We were like all like, so she's not gonna die anymore because I'm on it, blah, 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 blah. No. Damn it, Moeka! I'm blaming everything on Moeka from now on.
Isn't another key here, like, the IBN 5100? So, like, was she still able to give it to Ruka's dad? If that was, like, I'm assuming, you know, that she was the person to give it to Ruka's dad in the first place.
Yeah.
I still feel like Ferris, when, like, she reset things, still affected things that haven't been revealed. Because they never really, like,
Ferris
I just
has
really
a bigger
don't...
part.
Yeah.
Including if she is the mother, that would be like, yeah, but I feel like there's other things as well.
We need to hack into CERN's database and delete every shred of intel they have on the laboratory, which means we'd need the IBN.
But wasn't hacking the whole issue before that they hacked into?
I mean, it's enough to have me wonder whether or not undoing all the texts might pop us back into a world line where the IBN is accounted for.
Oh.
That's a really good idea.
But hey, for a working hypothesis, we could do a lot worse.
So the one before that was
Ferris.
Ferris's,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
With the dad thing.
Okay, so yeah, that's good, because we were just talking about that.
Just be careful.
Thank you, Kurisu.
Even though y'all don't have Amane, I still want you to date, so it's fine.
Just called me by my name. That's certainly a first. So, you're suddenly nice when I'm about to forget everything?
That's really sad though, because they can never have a real relationship even.
All this time that they spent together is just not really.
Only he knows it, and
it's almost like
she doesn't.
51st Dates, Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
It's kind of what it feels like, right?
Like, he can't tell you the things that he already told.
Which...
he has feelings developed and you don't. Like,
did she say she would also never work for CERN, but, like, she's never going to remember that? So, like, what if he goes crazy, dies, and then maybe that's what pushes her?
Right, 'cause she won't remember anything about, like, that whole thing. What's going on here?
Ferris! Afraid she's latched onto some douchebag in a lab coat.
Cat's out of the bag, huh?
What the hell's going on?
You can run, but you can't hide. Nobody wrangles free of the Sid.
Sid?
What the hell is this all
Some
about?
weird, like, gamer dude thing?
Look, the least you need to know is that they're a gang of hardcore Rhinetters who'd sooner drown a puppy than lose a tournament to me.
Oh.
Ambushed since they got booted out of the championship.
So they're sore losers.
I thought it was a lot more serious.
He's like, it's CERN!
I need to know what your D-mail said.
My what?
The text we let you send back in time.
Oh, baby doll. Did you fall on your head?
Wait, of course. The Ferris of this world line has the first clue what D-mail is.
I was kind of confused at first. I was like, why are you asking her?
Well, because he's done this so many times, how can he remember? That's just one small little thing that could be a result of all the shit that he's done. Like, you don't know when these people had these conversations.
Right.
Who remembers what.
This city used to be the Canterbury for otakus. It had all that stuff.
It what?
Believe me when I say no one loved this place
How does
more
like
than
your
you.
old self want what you wanted now, and then like your new self want what you had?
What on earth did it say?
Oh, is she like getting glimpses?
Please,
that what that meant?
It's a matter of life.
This way.
These fucking people. It's like not
Like,
even
we
like
don't
you're
have
running
time
for a
for this.
CERN. Yeah, like okay, this.
You lost your tournament.
Welcome home, Meowster!
Oh.
Coming up in 2 shakes. Welcome, Meowsters! The competition for the Ferris Cup is about to begin, so I hope
Is she actually? How? Or is she just imagining what it would be?
Kaboom!
Let's see.
Ferris!
No, I feel like it.
I'm okay.
It is
Maybe she has some sort of ability too, like him?
similar, yeah.
Dake, if you can't undo the text.
And if she's the mother of Amane,
Mayuri's.
maybe that could have been something that got passed down.
Damn it, what was in the message you sent? I have to know! If I don't undo it, she's dead!
How, if it's about her dad, she wouldn't know because...
She's your friend. Don't you care if she dies?
Of course I care! It's just
what?
I don't want to lose my daddy again.
the
Okay,
dad.
it was, yeah.
So if she undoes it, he dies probably or something.
The message you let me send saved his life.
Oh.
These are the fucking gamer people? Or what the fuck?
Oh my gosh, we don't
We do
have
not need
time.
this right now. Yeah, we have bigger fish to fry.
Oh my gosh.
Kioma!
Now, how do you get Ferris on board?
Stop it, please! Stop!
What the fuck? Who is this? The person who was just...
Aboard! Aboard!
Is it her
Dad?
family?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, and now she has to think about potentially losing him.
I rushed to the center when I heard you'd won the tournament, but you'd already taken off. And then you weren't answering your phone.
His hair is the same color as Amane's. And hers is obviously dyed or a wig or something.
But surely you don't mean Suzuha.
You knew her?
Oh,
I
shit.
came by the 5100 to begin with because of that woman.
Oh, okay.
And 5100 is as good as mine, you'll see. I'll make sure it gets you guys in one piece.
So he maybe gave it to Ruka's father.
You did it. She really came through.
But what happened?
Yeah, what happened to it now, though?
Rumiho was kidnapped when she was a girl. The ransom demanded far exceeded my means. Then, out of the blue, someone offered to take the IBN off my hands at an exorbitant sum, and I wasn't about to look a gift horse in the mouth.
Is that what it was? To not... or to sell it? Because maybe they would have killed him.
Or did they do that just to get the computer? Like, was it CERN, potentially? That stole, kidnapped her
Maybe they-
to try to get the computer?
And he said he would keep the promise, so maybe he did. He still kept that promise, but they killed him. And maybe he just gave it to them to give to them because he knew he was gonna die.
He ended up canceling for a business trip. But I was so upset. I thought he loved his job more than me, you know? I was so mad I told him I wished he was dead.
Oh, and
was
then
that the
did he
last
die?
thing? It had to have been.
I'll undo it. Okay? Dad died 10 years ago in a plane crash.
Oh my gosh, that's so sad. And
I can remember all these details from both sides of the change.
one of the only ones who can.
How do I do this?
I mean, he's the one to ask.
Yeah.
Damn it, look. I can't let you go through with this, okay? I'll talk to Kurisu.
She has to have a little something that he has. Well, however it was like described, the 1% or whatever. Because didn't Amane, when she went back in time, she had to remember too.
But then at one point it messed up and she couldn't.
Yeah. Or she couldn't remember till like a year before she
Yeah.
was gonna die, and then, well, before she killed herself.
Oh.
But it almost kind of seems like it could be similar to kind of what she had, you know?
Yes. She was very brave. Always set.
Meow meow! Oh my! Somebody's Mr. Sadface right now. What's wrong with you?
So it worked then, right?
Or it's
Oh, no,
about
not
to,
yet.
yeah.
Don't take this weird, but this whole thing between us, I want to keep hold of it.
There is no thing, you're with Daru.
We're fired up.
Go for it.
Goodbye, Daddy.
That's really sad. Like, what a tough
I
decision
know.
to, like, have to make. Oh my gosh. See, watch it not even work.
Well, you have to change them all, remember?
Come on, Kioma! Don't just stand there and take it. Fire back! Ask me what a lady might have to hide. Ugh.
Oh, Ferris.
Meow?
Meow.
I'm sorry.
And it's back to Otakuville.
Ferris's ordeal was pointless. The IBN is still missing.
So I was a little confused there, I guess. I thought that they were going to go back and change the rest of those messages too. Maybe still? Did you get
Well,
that?
I think that Amane said, like, maybe because this one changed one thing, maybe the last one will change, like, something else. But,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they're just going to keep trying until they figure it out. I feel like in this one, though, we learned that, I guess, Ferris had more to do with the IBN. Because we know she did, but then, like, it was almost like more. It was like Amane had given it to the dad at some point, which to me, like, I'm trying to figure out how Amane exactly knew how to do all of these things, like with all these intricate people, or is it getting confused because of the whole time D-mail thing, you know?
I mean,
like, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you could either think it out in your head and think like, okay, well, that could have gotten confusing,
Right.
or it could have been like, you know, while she was there during this time, she like did reconnaissance. I don't really know.
Right.
Maybe she just knew the names of people, or I don't really
and was
know.
like, okay, if I give it to them and tell them to do this, maybe somehow it'll get to, like, they'll track it down. I don't know, but then, like...
Well, it's because I guess when she went back and she was like, Amane there, we knew. The Amane of the future knew the people that she would have known when she was younger, so she would know who to trust. Be like, oh, this is Ferris's dad. I always forget his name, but the bald guy who like owns Okabe's, where he rents out, who has a TV store. She would have known him because she worked for him when she first got there. So that's why she would have known to make that connection with him, because they had that connection when she first got there. So that makes sense to me. So I guess now it's really just figuring out what changed the whole thing about Ferris's father handing off the IBN 5100 to Ruka's father. What changed there? Is it Ruka? Did Ruka have to be born a boy?
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that one.
Yeah, because that was like one of the first ones that changed.
You know, I feel like they're gonna have to go back and literally undo all the D-mails, and that's probably gonna be what they have to do, because it's like they did all this that changed all these things. Something else we forgot to mention is Ferris's father was threatened at one point, like she was kidnapped, Ferris, and then like threatened. And then he needed money, so someone just randomly came and offered to buy the IBN.
That had to be absurd.
Seems suspicious, like, okay, maybe they kidnapped her so that he would sell it, you know, to get her back. Potentially, maybe, like, that was something that happened.
But who would know?
But then I guess, like, I guess what I'm getting confused about is if that did happen in this new timeline now, I forgot exactly when he said that had happened. How did it get to Ruka's father, you know? Because, like, in this one, it didn't. You know what I mean? The first time,
so
he sold it, or maybe he didn't sell it. And, but then how did he get her back? Or maybe they never and she never got kidnapped at some point? I mean, like, my mind's like...
Yeah, that one's confusing.
Right?
Like, I feel like if we sit there for a few minutes, we could probably think it out, but we're not going to do that for you guys on camera right now. I feel like I have to put some thought into it.
Right, but, I mean... I guess, like, the main question without all the minutia is, like, why is it not with Ruka at the shrine?
The fact that they had to go back and change Ferris's whole event here just tells me they're going to have to go back and change Ruka.
And then probably even farther than the first one they did.
Well, actually, if you think about it from that perspective, when she changed this, it was about, what, 10 years before? Like, so Ruka's would have been even further back, because Ruka's was talking about, like, instructions about, you know, what fruits or what foods to eat to, like, have a certain type of sex of child. So they have to go back and change that one. And then what if it also even goes back to when he was a kid, too?
Because he always made that statement that he would, like, have those things happen to him as a child. But, you know, now thinking about it, like, when we first started the series, he was getting texts. Remember, he was getting, like, all these random texts.
He was going back and changing
What if he was getting D-mails, probably, potentially? And, like, maybe some of the ones we had seen him do, because he did a bunch of them at some point. And then maybe, like, some we've already been past, and then maybe there's some in the future that he's gonna have to do that we...
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like when they were doing the show, they were like, we gotta put some of these things that we know are gonna happen in the future, so the viewer's not gonna catch it until later.
So what if in one of those realities, or, like, trips back through time, is when Makise dies? You know?
Yeah, the first time.
Yeah.
The very, very first time.
Like, if we get back to that day, and, like, there has to be something that needs to be changed, then what do you do? Like
so
we already got posed with the question of like, you know, Farah's losing her father as opposed to losing Mayuri. I mean, we're just kind of like projecting, so we don't even know if it's going to go in that general direction. But I mean, that would pose like a very, I don't really know how to answer that type of question. You know, like it's the same thing that Ferris had to deal with, but Okabe is going to have to deal with it internally.
You know what? Moeka did one too, and I don't think they ever figured out what it was. Right?
What the fuck would she have done?
Probably something about CERN or something. Lots to do.
What if Moeka's was the one that changed the reality to purchase the IBN 5100 from Ferris's father, saying like, hey, this person had an IBN 5100 at some period of time. Get it before it gets to Ruka's father, and then that'll stop it from getting to Okabe.
Yeah.
That makes sense in my mind. We'll see. A lot of things made sense in my mind. I mean, it made sense for Amane to be Okabe's daughter in my mind.
And Amane is,
so I mean, it is what it is. If we're proven wrong, it's fine. But it is this is one of my favorite shows to speculate because there's just so much I feel like that could happen. And you know, even in that, we were pretty close. You know, the fact that even beyond to that,
even thought that it was like she could have been a daughter. I think was pretty good. So, and we thought that early on. All right, well, if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can stay notified for our future videos.
Also, head over to our Patreon if you want to watch our full-length reaction to the series. We upload them over there. The link's down in the description below.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.